And hello YouTube. Let's do the tier list. Yeah, this is gonna be a pure tournament tier list. I'm gonna also say the things that we consider in the tier list. So this is very important. This is a PS4 tournament tier list. I mean, as you guys can see, that predicts hello. And we have to consider that the player bad in tournaments tier. No, there's no one bad in tournaments. Everyone can be viable as long as you're good enough. So we're considering these stuff. The player who's playing is very good at their character, and they're just they just know what they're doing. Basically, they have the knowledge of the game and they're playing really well. We are considering this. This is like a prerequisite. And yes, that's P5 music. It is. So yeah. And one more very important thing. When I'm making this tier list, wait before I start. There you go. Before I start, you have to consider this kind of mindset. Whenever we're trying to make this tier list, you have to see it like this. Would you rather be a very good player with that particular character, or be a very good player with another particular character? Like, that's how I view it right now. Like, let's say for example, would you rather be an amazing Lucky Chloe player, like an amazing Lucky Chloe player, the best Lucky Chloe player alive, or would you rather be the best Fang player alive? You know, that's how I see tier lists more or less these days. Like, of course I would rather be a best Fang player alive, right? I'd rather be a very good Fang player than a very good Chloe player. In tournaments. In tournaments. For Fang has bigger player base, who cares about player base, man? Just win your tournaments. Yeah, tournament tier list, and that's how I look at it anyway. So let's start. I don't think I'll put them in order too much, but maybe I'll order them afterwards. Like who's better to play and who's not as good to play. Best Fang player better than me. I mean, when I say best Fang player in the world, I was exaggerating a bit, you know, but like very good with Fang, basically, very good. Okay, let's start with great in tournaments, because I think this is more or less obvious, more or less. So Fang, as I already said, being one of them. This is not ordered yet. Let's just put them normally to where they belong. Fang is one of those characters that's very good in tournaments. Very good. I'll explain them a little bit later on why they are here. First, let's just put all the characters that should be here. I feel like a lot of people would put Jin, who's also great in tournaments, but I would disagree. He's good in tournaments, but not great. Like, I would put him here, but yeah, let's not do that yet. Lydia, we're not putting Lydia. Lydia's very nerfed. Kunimitsu, I think, is pretty good in tournaments. I don't know if she's great. I think it's like borderline great. Zafina is very good in tournaments. Easy character. Julia, like, is pretty good, but if you're a good Julia player, as I said at the start, we're assuming that the player that plays the character is good with the character. Like, we're assuming it's like a very good Julia player playing Julia. Then yeah, of course it's great in tournaments. Yeah, tournament tier list, PS4. Marduk, of course, very good in tournaments, easy character. If you're good with the character, even more so. Anna can be considered great in my opinion, but it's like borderline from good and great in a way, but it's more good. Because she is risky. She is very risky. But in tournaments, she's way more annoying than normal. But Lei, now this is an opinion I've had for a while. In my previous tier list, I put Lei, I think, in top 15 or something like that. He wasn't top 10, but he was top 15. And I always thought Lei was amazing for tournaments. I mean, even normally, he's very good. So if a great Lei player picks Lei in tournaments, I'm gonna be very scared, and I think everyone should be scared. But by the way, keep in mind this is not in order. definitely not in order. Geese is very good in tournaments. I really like Geese. Who else? I think Claudio is very good in tournaments. And Katarina, great in tournaments. Like, the more simple the character is with very strong tools, they are pretty great in tournaments, you know. Leo, I think, is great in tournaments, very simple character. Brian is very good as well, but in tournaments it's a little bit iffy. I would put Brian on a PC tier list higher than PS4. It's the same with Steve. I think Steve is an amazing character, and he would be considered great if the tournaments were on PC. Same with Brian. But since it's not, well, too bad. I think Nina is also borderline great in tournaments if the Nina player is very good. Especially if the Nina player is very good. Like, we're assuming right now that the player is very good with the character, the player actually knows Tekken, you know, and has the knowledge of characters. Would Nina be considered great? I mean, Nina is pretty good in my opinion. Even though she's hard to play, but I think it's still good. Like, borderline from good and great, but I think I would still consider it good. Hwoarang. Hwoarang is in the same Hwoarang and Law, I think. Actually, I think Law is great in tournaments. Since we're assuming the player knows the character really well and has like not generic, but good knowledge of the game, Law is very good. Law is very good. I think Hwoarang is very good. People might disagree with me, but I don't give a shit. You can disagree with me all you want. But Hwoarang is great in tournaments. If you're a good Hwoarang player and know the game, you're gonna clobber through competition with Hwoarang, and he is very good even against good players. Noctis, I would maybe put Noctis in great as well, but if only it was on PC. If it was on PC, I would definitely put Noctis higher. But right now he's on the border of good and great. I think like high good. Like, he's good in tournaments, don't get me wrong. But I don't think I would put him in great. Put him in great. Who else? I think Paul's the same. In PC I would put him in great, but there are no PC tournaments basically, so it doesn't matter. But he's like very high good tournament. Is Persona music? Yep, Persona music. What about King? Yeah, King is good. He's not great because he can't abuse a lot of stuff, but he is definitely good. He's not in here, the viability. What's the difference? There's like a frame and a half or 1 frame and something more input lag on PS4 than on PC. And that's big. That's a very big difference. Okay, who else is great? I also feel like Jack and Alisa are one of those candidates that can be great, but like more Alisa than Jack, to be honest. Even though we don't see a lot of Alisa players, they're still hard to play, more or less. Isn't Jin great? I don't think Jin is great, no. Jin is like very good, but not great. He's hard enough to play for all the Jin players to not play him. You guys notice that, right? You guys have to notice this kind of stuff in tournaments. CBM plays Noctis instead of Jin. Book plays Akuma instead of Jin. And I think he even plays Leroy sometimes, I don't know. But all the Jin players, one of the best Jin players, like even Atef plays Akuma instead of Jin, right? They choose to not play this character in tournaments. Like, he's good, don't get me wrong, but it's sometimes not worth to play him. Like, when I said at the start of the stream, like, if you want to be a better Jin player, or like the same skill level, high level skin player, or the same skill level, high level, I don't know, lay player or Marduk player, I think I would rather be a Marduk player, or a lay player, than a high level Jin player. Or Geese, or Claudio, or Katarina. I would much rather be those. They're so much easier. This has so many better options. Lucy, thank you for Paul. Paul, I would put Paul in great if it had a better input lag, if it was like PC. Same with Noctis, for example. Like if it was on PC, I would put Katarina on good, I would put Claudio on good as well. I would also put, who else would I put in good? I think I would put Huang in high good as well. And Zafina on good. Because on PC, Zafina's down 3 is much easier to react to. But PS4, long day. I mean, it's still reactable, but, you know. Like, I'll change the tier list a lot if we're talking about PC tournaments. But Alisa is the one I'm a little bit iffy about. I think out of everyone left, I think Alisa is the one I'm iffy about. Like, she's very good. I think we're lucky not a lot of people play Alisa. I mean, she's either very good, not great, very good, or great. Nina not as much. Alisa's neutral is good. Yeah, Alisa is very good. I mean, I think I would still rather be a good player with all these characters above than with Alisa. Because Alisa still takes neutral skill, a lot of movement, a lot of whiff punishment and timing, you know. She's very good, don't get me wrong, but... yeah, I think it's fine for now. Maybe I'll change it up later. For now, it's fine. I'll list the reasons of why they are there a little bit later. So, good in tournaments. This is gonna be a big list. This is gonna be a big list. So, Alisa, definitely good in tournaments. Jin, definitely good in tournaments. Lars a little bit iffy. I would put either good or very high viable, but I think Lars is iffy. But I think he can be good, especially on PS4. I think Lars is way weaker on PC than on PS4. Dragunov, I think Dragunov can be good as well. I think people underestimate Dragunov a lot because he has bad matchups, but he's not bad. Paul definitely good, Bob good, Brian good, Nina, Steve, I think Lily's good, Asuka good. I would put Asuka way lower on PC. PS4 really buffs this character. The same with Xiaoyu. King, of course, Jack, great. I think Kazumi is really good as well. Contrary to popular belief. I would put Kazumi is higher on PC, but still not in great. Yoshi is good. Gigas is iffy. Oh, Shaheen is good. Josie, I think, is good. Raven is good. Eliza can work, but it's hard to make her work, in my opinion. Sawyer, what do you think as an Eliza main? Okay, Miguel, Lee, definitely Noctis, Anna, Armor King, Negan, Ganryu, Leroy. Oh, Heihachi. I think Kazuya can be good as well, but Kazuya is harder than the others. Chloe, it's iffy. Okay, for now, this is like 100% they're good in tournaments. Like, this is not ordered yet. I just shoved them there. Knows the matchup very well. Yeah, we're assuming that, right? If we assume the opponent doesn't know the matchup, then I'd put Chloe very high, right? So we're not gonna assume that. We're gonna assume they know the matchup. That's why I'm not too sure about Eliza. It's the same with Eddie. Eddie can work well if you don't cheese too much with him. Like, if you don't assume they don't know the matchup, you try to cheese with them. Even in that situation, Eddie is decent. Unless you go up against like certain matchups, right? But other than that, Eddie's not that bad. Like, I think Eddie is like low good. Still. Okay, these are here. These are no question. This is no question, by the way. I don't question these four. being the lowest. I don't need to question them. Maybe Chloe as well. Maybe Chloe should be here too. I think Chloe should be there too, definitely. Gigas, I think Gigas really gets buffed on PS4 because of Down Back 2. Like, he really gets buffed. PC, he would 100% be here. I would not even think about it, but if you go batshit crazy, yeah. If you do that, it can work, but you won't go far with it because in tournaments, good players will see your games. Good players will actually notice how you play and adapt before they have their own game. Like, you'll do it well in a little bit, but you'll most likely stop before top 16. I mean, that's why I think she's still viable. Of course, I don't have bad in tournaments. I don't think anyone's bad in tournaments. Like, actually bad. They can all work if the player is good enough. Smash like 4 or 5 great players. Kawis and Atif. Atif. I don't know if Atif and Kaiser played. I know Farzin played. That was him. But I'm not sure. But yeah, of course Chloe is still viable. But very adaptable. Stuff, hello man. Okay. Like, this is not ordered yet, I'll order them later. John Dink who picked Chloe against Atif. Oh yeah, and he lost, right? John Dink lost against Atif. The thing is, there are matchups as well, right? For example, Eddie is decent against Akuma. And Eddie can be very decent against Akuma, even though they're like totally separate from each other, right? Very far apart from each other. But this character can be very decent against this character. But that doesn't mean he's right here, right? That doesn't mean that. I think Eliza is more good than viable. Definitely. I think Gigas should be here. Maybe. I don't know what to think. I think Dragunov is good as well, yeah. Definitely not bar in here. Like, these two is what I'm a little bit thinking about. Actually, Kazuya as well is a little bit iffy. I think Kazuya is definitely viable, but I'm not sure if he's good. Like, Heihachi, there's no joke that he's good because PS4 he gets buffed a lot. The only nerf he gets is Electrics. Other than that, he gets buffed a lot. Jin and Lisa not higher. Oh, this is not ordered yet. I'm gonna order them a little bit later. Like, Lars, Kaz, and Devil Jin are a little bit iffy for me. I mean, they can work, of course, but even these guys can work really well, even though Fakumram and Lydia are not that good. I think Fakumram and Lydia, especially Fakumram, is really not worth playing these days. I'd rather play Bears than Fakumram, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure what to think about these three. Like, would I rather be an amazing Kazuya player than an amazing, I don't know, Dragunov player? To just ranked, yeah, PC ranked, right? I'll maybe make it after this. If you guys want me to make it, I'll make it. Like, I'm not sure. I think Kazuya still should be in good, definitely should be in good, because of his amazing comeback potential. Even though he gets nerfed mostly, he also gets buffed a little bit. Unlike Devil Jin. I don't think Devil Jin gets buffed for PS4 even a bit. Only buff I can see is maybe health sweep timing. It's a little bit harder to fuzzy, but like Kazuya gets a buff with down back 2 and 4-4-3 being less fuzzyable, for example, right? Down back 4 won't be as seeable, less fuzzyable. Same with electrics clipping more, but electrics are also a nerf. Yeah, I think Kazuya should be in good, definitely. Lars may be in good as well because health sweep's not as seeable, much more usable, good with punishment. Like, I'd rather be a good Lars player, to be honest, than a good, I don't know, Eliza player, or a good Ganryu player. Or a good, what else? Ana player. So I think Lars should be in good as well. Lars may struggle in tourneys, yeah. They do struggle, definitely. Like, he's not high in this row. Definitely not high, but I think he should still be considered the in the bottom of this row. Like Devil Jin, I'm really struggling, man. He gets nerfed by PS4 so much. On PC, maybe I would put him in bottom here. Damn. But I don't know. Because his electrics get nerfed. He doesn't have a good mid mix-up anymore unless you crouch cancel while standing 2. Or duck while standing 2, which also becomes harder on PS4. Your mid pokes are decent, down forward 1, back forward 2 are decent, but even back forward 2 gets nerfed on PS4 if you misinput it a little bit. 1-1 is a whiff punisher. I mean, 1-1-2 is good and all, but 1-1-2 is only good when you can use it well. And Devil Jin after 1-1-2, he can't mix you up that well on PS4 because while standing 2 is so much harder to do. Or like while standing 1-2, which I like to do as a safe option. Early on he had up forward 4, like a decent option, right? But now he's just nerfed a lot. He's like nerfed a lot. Forward 2 is decent still, but it's just a forward 2. Big Fundamental, hello, bro. Like, I really don't know what to think about Devil Jin in tournaments. All Mishimas get nerfed more or less, but I think Devil Jin gets nerfed the most. Because I don't see any buffs. Like a PS4 buff, you know, input delay buff. Almost every character has it, almost. Not everyone has it, but... maybe the buff is like down back 2 being less seeable, but... Even normally it's not that seeable. I mean, sometimes you can, but I don't know, man. Lots of people say it's seeable, yeah. I mean, on PC definitely, but PS4 maybe it gets a buff of not being as seeable. I'm not sure, man. He's not broken anymore. No, the thing is, I don't think he's even worth playing in tournaments anymore. Like, you're making your life harder for no reason if you play him in tournaments, basically. Okay, let's put him there for now. And maybe I'll boost him up. If I can think of, like, actual reasons to boost him up. Or if chat can tell me. That can help too. Okay, for now, let's start ordering. You missed DJ up forward 4. Yeah, up forward 4 was very good. Like, if I'm a very good DJ player and I'm also going up against a very good player playing some other character, and they know how to play against Devil Jin and I know how to play against their character, I think the Devil Jin player is gonna get fucked. Most of the time, anyway. Unless maybe he's playing against a character who can't sidestep electrics. Then you fuck. Yeah, of course we're assuming this. We're assuming the player is good, but whoever we're playing against also is good, and we know each other's matchups. If we don't assume that, the tier list is gonna look very, very weird. Okay, now let's order things. I think Fang being top 1 is not even a question. I really like Fang. Fang is really, really good in tournaments. Very easy character, very easy mind games to utilize, very easy mix-ups, very good frames. I don't think there's any question that Feng is number 1 here and should be at the top. I mean, we don't count Akuma. Feng is definitely should be here. But now comes the hard part. The second and everything else, right? Now comes the hardest parts. Zafina, I'm not sure if I should put her in great. Like number 2. I'm not sure. If I go off of results, just because of Arslan, I have to. But is it really correct to do it just because of Arslan, you know? That's what I'm thinking about. Because the thing is, although she is very good, with a lot of crushing, a lot of good frames, decent punishment, not the amazing punishment, decent punishment, good mix-ups, very annoying to deal with because of her movement, so a very good Zafina play, which we're assuming the Zafina player is very good. There are more Fang players to do good? Yeah, of course, that's why Fang is, you know, number 1. Zafina is actually a little bit harder to play than Fang, in my opinion. Like, Fang is way easier to play than Zafina. I'm really not sure, actually. Number 2. I think I kinda owe it to Arslan's achievements to put Zafina at number 2. I kinda owe it. Just because of that. But I can also agree with other opinions too. But because of Arslan's Zafina, I have to put her at number 2. Okay. I think number 3 is either Geese. I think Geese is very good. Geese is very good. Most likely it's Geese. Really good. Very good character. Geese lacks neutral tools. I mean, it's not as good now, but he's still very good. Like, before his nerfs, I would put Geese next to Akuma, like here, right? I would put her... God damn it, I would put him there. But right now, he kinda lacks the tools that Fang and Zafina have. Without counter game, I mean, his counter game ain't that bad. Down 4 is still a counter launcher. He still has a magic 4. Slow, but it works. His movement is good. He has very good parries, jabs. He's good, definitely. A good Geese player is very scary. What else? Should Julia be right there? Somehow I feel like his ability, like Julia is harder to play than, for example, Kunimitsu or Marduk. For example. Or even Claudio or Katarina. I think that matters a lot in tournaments. Maybe that's like the biggest reason, in my opinion, we don't see as many Julians. Where's Fang? Fang's right there. Where he belongs. If you don't count Akuma, he's top 1. Top 1 Tekken character. Yeah, Katarina is very easy. I think I'll definitely put Julia after these two. Definitely. Actually, let's make it like... No, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Marduk first and then Kunimitsu. Or the other way around. I think Marduk's easier to play than Kunimitsu, actually. With more or less the same things. One of the harder DLC characters. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I played literally every character in the game at this point. Except Eliza. Today is gonna be Eliza. I played Geese before and Akuma before, but not Eliza. Everyone else I already played the God to Emperor. At least Emperor. But since I do have a Zoyer here to give me his Eliza opinion, we're good. More or less we're good. Okay, Marduk, and then Kunimitsu. I think this is fair. Way easier to play. Although he has more weaknesses than Kunimitsu does, I think his ability of play still matters a lot. Even though Kunimitsu's not that hard, she's still harder than Marduk. Okay. After Kuni, Julia. I'm not sure, man. I really want to put Katarina somewhere there too. Lay's that song. Lay is very good. People underestimate Lay a lot. I'm very scared of very good Lay players. Like, I would 100% be a very, very good Lay player than a very, very good, I don't know, Elisa player or a Jim player or a Paul player. Or even a very, very good Law player. I'd rather be a very good Lay player. Maven higher? Oh, I'll order Maven a little bit later. We're doing it in order. I want to put Katarina higher. Why Claudio all of a sudden so good? I mean, Claudio's always been good. He was just a sleeper character. I think Katarina's better than Claudio. I think this is decent enough. I still think Julia, being as good as she is, still deserves to be higher than Lay and Katarina. Lay, of course, is bonkers. If you know Lay's tools, he's actually bonkers. With a lot of options. If you play this character very well, utilize his mind games, which he has very unique mind games. Very, very unique ones. And they're very strong too. Katarina is just very easy to play with very good tools. Gets buffed by PS4 a lot. Like, this is one of the characters that gets buffed a lot by PS4. Asuka being one of them, Xiaoyu being one of them, Katarina being one of them, you know. Claudio is good, but I don't think he's as good as Leo. I would rather play Katarina than Leo, I'm gonna be honest. Even Leo is more or less a fundamental based character. But still. Yeah, nah, Katarina, 100%. Leo gets buffed by PS4 a lot as well, by the way. Not as much as the other characters I mentioned, but she also gets buffed. Hell Sweep, Lows, stuff like that. Very good. I think Claudio is decent there. But I think Hwoarang would be a little bit higher than Law. Just a little bit. They're very similar, I think, Law and Hwoarang. What makes Hwoarang great in tournaments? He has everything you need. He has all the pressure you need to win against any player you want. Or any tool, or any situation, any mind game that happens, you have the tool to beat it. Literally everything. You have very good tracking tools, you have very good mids, you have very good frames, very good pressure, very good mix-ups. You can play Hwoarang as a Mishima with Weiwu down 3 and Weiwu Skyrocket, for example. Or Weiwu while standing 3, which is like one of the best mids he has. While standing 3 is the bonkers mid. So he can be played very well in any situation. With punishment, pressure, very good with punishment. Very good punishment, 4-3 is an amazing punisher. Down 4-2 as keep out. Good, I already said pressure, right? Good tracking. I mean, everyone says he has tracking problems, which he kinda does. You can step most of his moves to the left, but he also has very good options against those tracking problems, which, you know, kinda counteracts the argument. So a good Hwoarang player will do very well in tournaments. Like, this character is amazing. Yeah, Weiwu Skyrocket. Weiwu sidestep down 3-4, Weiwu sidestep Skyrocket, that shit, nah. Hwoarang is really, really good. He has a back turn throw mix-up, he has full throw game, you can utilize that as well. His throws are good, like all of his throws are very good. He has one throw that literally changes sides no matter what it does. On break or, you know, on hit. Which is very good to have, that's very, very good to have. Chaos. Yeah, Chaos is doing really well. He has panic tools with back 1. He even has panic tools, right? Back 1. He has down forward 3 power crush, who can cancel a lot. I mean, he has a lot of tools. He has literally everything you'll ever need. And it's more or less the same with Law, but Law is actually harder than Horang. Way harder than Horang. And we're actually assuming the Law player is good, assuming they know how to DSS well and stuff like that. We're gonna assume they can do while staying 4 through +4, for example. We're gonna assume that, because good Law players can do that. Not 100% of the time, of course, that would be dumb. That's like assuming Kazuya players can down forward to perfect electric all the time. But we're gonna assume they can do it. Sometimes, in tournament pressure. And because of how good the Law's moves are in general, he has the same kind of utility for everything as Horang does, more or less. A little bit less, in my opinion. But still does. Law has amazing mids with Dragon Hammer, good tools with down forward 1 and back 2 and back 1 2. Or is it down back 1? I forgot. The 14 frame, minus 14 frame 3 hit string. I think it's back 1 2 1, something like that. Very good. Down back 3, good low poke. Down forward 3, very good for pressure starting or for turtles. DSS pressure is amazing. Snail, it will be on YouTube, yes. So it's, I don't know. Law's good, man. If you play Law well, he's very good. It's just he's hard to play. That's his whole shtick. If you don't DSS well and fuck up your combos and stuff like that, he becomes not as viable. But if you can, he's very strong. That's why he's great in tournaments. Because we're assuming he can. We're assuming the player is good. If we assume the player is bad, not much to talk about there. Okay, now the... Good. I think this is fine for now. Needs to rush up your face? Not really. Like, he can pressure you with basic slide mix-ups from mid-range. Very, very easily. And that's one of the good parts about Law as well. If they just duck in your face in mid-range, your hop kick won't reach, for example, they might pressure you to press the button and whiff punish you with 3+4, because they also have very good whiff punishment, very good punishment. So very good defensive tools, very good keep out with down forward 2, very good counter tools with magic 4. I don't know, very good character in general. AD mid from mid-range, he can mix up with a... what's the move? 4-4-2, I think. Ducking 4-4-2-3. He can do that if he wants to. Or he can just bait something out. He doesn't always need to do, you know, anything. Good Law players just do a slide motion, go a little bit closer until they think they're in range, and then do a backdash to make something whiff, and then whiff punish with 3+4. Very basic stuff. Like, something like that being a thing is very good for Law, because 3+4 being such an easy whiff punisher. But of course, if they go balls deep, they can also do wall thang too, which has a lot of range. 4-4-2-3 also works, if they can do it from a crouch, which is doable. But yeah, very good. Now let's order this one. For now, this is fine. I might change it in the end, but for now, it's fine. So, good in tournaments. I think with the highest ones, I'm not gonna order them yet. The highest ones should be... Brian, not as much. Nina definitely should be there. I think Miguel should be there. Heihachi Jack should be there. Like, higher than normal, right? Higher than average. Raven should definitely be there. I think Noctis should be there as well. Bob. Who else? I think for now it's fine. Asuka's not as much. Yeah, Leroy should be in the middle somewhere. Okay, let's order them now. So I think the best one here, out of all these characters, I think I would still rather be a very, very good Elisa player out of everyone here. Because Elisa is that strong. Underrated character, very underrated character. I'd rather be a very good Elisa than a Jin, or a Paul, or a Jack, or a Heihachi, or any of these characters here. Any of them. Not here. I'd rather be these characters. That's how I made this tier list. I would rather be these characters and be very good at them than any of the below ones. So let's think about the Lisa. I think I would actually be very good with Lisa than any other one here. She's hard to be good with. Yeah, she's hard to be good with. But it's the same for like Law, for example. Or even Horang, you have to be decent at Just Frame Skyrockets. Or I don't know, no one else. These guys aren't that hard to be good at. More or less simple. The only thing hard about Lei is remembering his options. He has so many of them. But yeah, at least that's why she's not in great, right? That's why she's #1 good in tournaments. Dragunov, I think Dragunov's also decent, but he has too many bad matchups to be considered any higher than like below average and good. I think Elisa definitely deserves to be here. I think I'd rather also play Bob. I think Bob is way better than Jin in tournaments. I don't know, I have this opinion, which makes like, Bob is like Jin in a way. They're kind of similar. Not that much, but in a little bit they are similar. I would prefer to play Bob if I was good at him than Jin. Because he has the mids, he has the option to play safe. He gets buffed by PS4 a lot actually because his down back 3 is normally seeable on PC because it has a unique animation from his other moves. But on PS4, not really. Very good poke with down back 3, good poking in general, good mix-ups. Yeah, faster hell sweep than Jin, of course. So better mix-ups than Jin. Good power crush as a panic tool. Very good rage drive. I think Bob's rage drive is better than Jin's. Yeah, Bob has strings as well. Back 2 is good. CD1 is amazing, which is like a easy electric, right? I don't know why he has that. That's basically easy electric. Marduk and Juan are great in tournaments. You barely see them, let alone see them win. Yeah, but we can't totally consider that, right? I mean, we never see Kazuya either. Should I just put Kazuya in bottom tier? We also never see, I don't know who, Josie. Should I put Josie in bottom tier as well, even though Josie's decent? King as well. Like we can't assume, we can't use that logic basically. It's the same with Leroy. I can't put Leroy in bottom tier. We never see Leroy. Only Chikurin played him well. Same with Lily. We never see Lily. Yeah. Can't use that logic. I think Bob is really good. Top 8. Yeah, Panda should be top tier. Gaz may play others Athena in tournament. Yeah, Sergi Master, right? Whenever he thinks Kazuya doesn't work anymore, he just picks Athena. It's just how it is, man. Bob is really good. With all the things I listed. Very, very good. CD1 being busted. Mids, very good. Low mix-ups, decent. Only thing he lacks is high crushing tools. And I don't know, that's about it. He has very good whiff punish with the CD1. Whiff punish with up forward 1+2. Good mix-ups and mind games in general. Like after back 2, for example. Even that's a very simple mind game. You either duck it or just press immediately. Very simple mind game, but he has those, a lot of them. Back 1-2 being a good mid mix-up. I don't know, Bob is good. Bob is definitely good. Marduk with Kazuya, bruh. Kevlar, you troll. And Bob at the wall. Yikes. Like he doesn't have a vortex like Kazuya does in the neutral, but at the wall it's basically the same. Only difference is he doesn't get the wall splat to a combo, but basically the same kind of vortex. And with better mid options. His mid options are way better than Kazuya. At the wall though. In the neutral it's a little bit better because Kazuya 4-4-3 exists, but 4-4-3 being such a weird move, I think I would still rather have Bob's moves. Like Bob 4-4-2. Way better mid, even the neutral. Hey, Jin. I don't know what to think about Jin. Port 2 shouldn't exist. That and sidestep 1+2. They're so annoying. Sidestep 1+2 being... How much minus is it? -5 or -6? It's so weird. For a move like that, it's very weird to have that little minus. Yeah, I think Jin being here is fine. Jin is at a decent spot here. After Bob, definitely. I would much rather be a Bob player than a Jin player. Much rather. But he's still very high. Of course, Jin is very good. He's not bad at all. Parry being a thing. Forward 4-2, down back 4, down 4, stuff like that. Decent mids with down forward 1. Forward 4. How did I forget forward 4? Back to 1. He still has a hell sweep to go for, which gets buffed in PS4 a bit because it's harder to react to. Same with down back 4, gets buffed a little bit. Forward 4-3 gets buffed a little bit. But other than that, he's pretty hard to play. Like, whenever you play Jin, you'll understand that he's actually hard to play. He feels kind of stiff compared to some other characters. Unless you get used to him. But yeah, Jin is very good. Paul, very, very good. I think he also deserves that spot. Wasn't listening great. I was actually contemplating putting her in great or like top good. And because she still takes more or less fundamental knowledge than all of these characters. Like, you can cheese with these characters so badly and just win without even thinking about it. You can literally not think about winning and just win with these characters in great. But the Lisa is still, you know, more or less should be movement orientated. More or less. You have to whiff punish with her and stuff like that. But yeah, she is great. I was really contemplating putting her in great, like bottom great, but it's fine for now. Maybe I'll change it in the end. Accidentally making whiffs with a backdash. I mean, if you backdash and something whiffs, you just react to it, right? It's the same with every other character. Just have a better option, better backdash than others. If you decide to backdash, that's already a good option. If you do it accidentally, yeah, it could happen, but still. Like, way better than these. Like, you can't die from a Lisa player not moving. I mean, if the Lisa player doesn't move well, she's not that much of a threat. Yeah, of course. That's why she's that high. Okay, Paul is decent, I guess. Jack, Heihachi, Raven. Copium seems pretty high. Oh, it's high. It's very high. All of us are very, very high right now on Copium. Devil Jimbamo. Oh, it's not ordered yet. Hapnon. I'm ordering it right now. Top bottom one. Should Jack be here over Heihachi? I feel like Jack's very good, underrated tournament character. Yeah, I think Jack should be higher. Jack way easier. Way easier to play than Heihachi, even Raven. I think Noctis should also be higher than these characters, I'm gonna be honest, than Miguel. I'm not sure about Brian. I think Brian also should be higher than Heihachi. And higher than these two in general. But maybe not higher than Noctis. Noctis is so easy to play. So good in general. But yeah, Jack is amazing. PS4, very, very good. Worst on PC, but even on PC, he's decent. You guys have to see Saint play Jack. He's so good. Noctis, very, very good as well. Doesn't matter where you play him, he's very good. Watch CBM play, watch VDX play, watch, I don't know, Momodog. Momodog's amazing at Noctis. Very good players, and very good character. Very easy character. Ducky, yeah, Ducky's very good at Noctis. Pretty good. I would rather be a very good Noctis than Brian, basically. But I'm not sure, maybe I should put Noctis above Jack. Like, this would also make sense. I think I would still rather be a Noctis player than a Jack player. Even though Jack's really good. And we see more Jack because Anakin and Saint play a lot. I don't know if you guys watch Saint, but he plays Jack a lot in tournaments sometimes. But I think Noctis should be above Jack still. Fun to play? Yeah, nah, Noctis is fun to play. He's very strong too. I think way more simpler. Even though Jack's very simple as well, I think Noctis is even simpler. He's too difficult. Yeah, Kevlar, definitely. Yeah, I think this is fine. Brian being there is also okay, but in tournaments it's a little bit iffy. Brian in tournaments is also very, very iffy for me. Because whenever he tries a taunt setup, which is very important for a good Brian player, you can't always just spam hatchet kicks. Of course it can work. Hatchet, down 4, has a lot of good tools with down back 3, 1-2-1, 3+4, 4-4-4. I mean, that's why he's so high and good in tournaments, right? He's not that simple to play. You have to still think about him. When you're playing him. Like with Jax, against some opponents you can just, mash and win. Noctis, same thing. Noctis can be very, very oppressive when he wants to. With a lot of good mind games. Brian has very good options with down forward 1, hatchet, and stuff like that. That's why he's that high. But I don't know. He's very weird in tournaments. Because the very, very good Brian player can make him work really well. Of course, because Brian is good in general. Good character. But he does take risks whenever he does something most of the time. Not to mention he can get out-cheesed very easily. Like, he can't cheese that well. He can, of course, but his cheese is spamming hatchet kicks. That's his cheese. And without taunt being as good on PS4 as on PC, it's a little bit iffy. And while staying 1, yeah, while staying 1. They can also do that, but in tournaments, it's a little bit weird. I don't think I've seen a Brian player in tournaments doing while standing 1s that much. High placings, of course. In lower placings, maybe. Heihachi is really good. That's fine. Like, Heihachi is a very, very underrated character. Tournament list? Yeah, this is a tournament list. And I'm using the logic of I would rather play these characters than this character if I'm very good at it. I think I would be a very good Jack player in a tournament rather than a very good Brian player. I'm gonna be honest. Same with Noctis, Paul, Jin, Bob, and Elisa. Not to mention these guys, right? Like, Heihachi and Miguel are a little bit iffy for me. Like, both of these make sense, like both of these. Yeah, Weasel, exactly. That's very true. If you don't know their options, and some characters that really need to know their opponent's options to be very good, it becomes harder. They want Brian main now? I mean, Bilal plays very well with Brian. He did really well with Brian. Starbreaker is one of them. That also does well, but not a lot of Brian players in general that play in tournaments. Like, actual offline tournaments. Oh, and sometimes Atif picks Brian as well, depending on the matchup, but not much. Miguel... or Heihachi. Like, this is a little bit weird. Of course, Heihachi is very good against Miguel, but that doesn't really count in this situation. In most matchups, I would put Miguel above Heihachi in most matchups, I think. But Heihachi is still very good. Maybe I'll put Raven above Heihachi as well. Maybe Nina. I'm not sure about this actually. Yeah, these four is iffy. These four. I think I should put Steve above Heihachi too. Wait. I mean, I don't want to undermine Heihachi, but these characters in general are still very good. A little bit better. Pina do very good with Maven. Yeah, Pina is an amazing Raven player. Very, very good. Whenever I see him play, he plays very well. I think Miguel being here is fine. But I'm not sure if Steve should be higher than Maven and Nina. Because Steve is good. Steve is very good. I would put him in like almost top tier in good in tournaments. If it was on PC, I would really put him very high. Because timing is so important for Steve. And on PC, timing is, you know, much more controllable. You can control it way easier. I think in tournaments, I think these two are still more viable. Steve can't cheese you still. And not to mention we have Fang and Mardux everywhere. Not Mardux, but Fangs everywhere. And his bad matchups are there. Like Zafina ain't the best matchup, Fang ain't the best matchup. I mean, Geese is fine, Marduk is horrible. Kunomitsu isn't the best either, or Julia. Katarina ain't the best. I'm not sure about Leo matchup. It's not that bad. I think Claudio is the long day. Because Claudio has a lot of high crushing with all of his moves. I don't know why, but he just high crushes with everything. Hwoarang, I think Hwoarang is a good matchup for Steve, but it's one of the few here, right? Yeah, I think this is fine for now. I'll look at this list in the end when I order everything and maybe change some things. Miguel is very good, of course. Miguel should be pretty high. Because Miguel has Savage 2, which is the unbeatable mid, basically. Unless you play a female character, you can't step consistently. Savage 2. And the Savage 2 ain't even the main problem from Savage. Savage 1-4. Very good move. Actually amazing move. Savage back 1, amazing move. Down forward 1, I think one of the best down forward ones in the game, if not the best down forward one in the game. Because there's like 2 extensions with down forward 1 2, down forward 1 1. Down forward 1 1 has 2 more extensions, and down forward 1 also has a Savage transition. And very good frames. Nah, very good down forward 1. Decent low with down back 4, down back 3. Can even down 4, can down 3 sometimes even though it's slow. Gets buffed by PS4 though, it's not as reactable. Still has a generic down 4. I think it's down back 3 plus 4, down 3 plus 4, I don't remember. I think it's down back 3 plus 4. Yeah, his jab ain't the best, but his moves in general are amazing. Good counter tools with back 1, magic 4. Good sidestepping options. If they step left, you can down forward 4. If they step right, you can down forward 1. Forward 4 can work, even though it's not the best. Back 2 can also work. His pressure is really good. 1-2 has a mind game. What else? I don't know, what else can I say? He's good, man. Miguel is good. Like, stepping Miguel is very weird sometimes, man. Yeah, good movement too, I almost forgot. Can I talk about Bob? Bob already talked about it a bit. Basically, he has everything you need from what a Mishima doesn't have. Amazing mid options that are also safe. Good low mix-ups with down back 3 and hell sweep. Down back 3 way better on PS4 than on PC. The thing he lacks is like a high crushing low, which he can't be countered by a lot of highs because of that. But he also has a lot of stuff now. I'll see you later, Zoyo. Okay, let's go back to here. Raven above Nina, I think makes sense. From what we see with the Pinya and some other good Raven players like Immortal. Immortal plays really well. Immortal XL. He doesn't play as much today or in general right now, but Raven's very strong if you know how to use her. Down back 2, very good. So she has good punishment with I think it's 1-4 or something like that. It's not the best, but it's decent. 4-1 is very good. Down back 2 as well, also very good. 13 frame mid. It has a mind game, very good checking tool. Down 4 is decent for like a low poke. It's a little bit slow, but down back 4 is also decent. She also has very good keep out, good pressuring tools and mind games with everything she does. Literally every button she does can be a mind game. Should be behind Leroy. Underrated. Yeah, I think Shiheen and Kazumi are a little bit underrated, even though they're harder to play. But for now, they're not ordered. For now. I'll change it up. No plus frames on neutral. The thing is, Jin doesn't have plus frames in neutral either. Doesn't make her bad. Right? It's the same with, I don't know, Claudio, for example. Oh, Claudio does have forward 4. Maybe Katarina. And Katarina doesn't have that many plus frames in neutral, like about forward 4 like move. Or Lei, I don't think Lei does it as well. Does Julia have anything like that? I don't think Julia has it. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you play the character's strengths very well, which the strengths are very good, it can work. Yoshi, I think Yoshi's alright. I'll get to Yoshi. So yeah, Raven deserves the spot. Nina also deserves the spot. Nina's very good. I did a speed lap on Nina yesterday, and I explained why she's so good. The sidestep mix-up she has is bonkers, unless she goes up against specific matchups like Jin, for example, that can launch it, or Miguel that can also launch it, or Bob that can also launch it. Other than that, her sidestep mix-up is actually bonkers. Sidestep 4, sidestep 1+2. Down 2, very good high crushing poke. Down back 3, very good low as well. Any kind of slow low, like even Nina's Hell Sweep gets buffed on PS4, and Nina in general gets buffed on PS4. I don't know how she can get nerfed. She can get nerfed just like every other character gets nerfed, like worst with punishment maybe, but that doesn't really count. Everyone gets nerfed like that. Like down forward 1-2 cancels can be a little bit hard, or butterflies, but you just need to get used to PS4 and it won't be as much as hard as that. Like it won't be that hard basically. Like orbital can be used much more reliably here. Hell Sweep can be used more reliably. So she has good mix-ups, good pokes, good plus frames with a lot of cancels and stuff like that. Good punishment now because she has back 1-4. Decent whiff punishment with a lot of range. Good counter tools with down back 2, for example. Magic 4, still a thing. Back 2-2, amazing tool for trackers as well. And Nina's very good. And Steve, I don't think I need to talk about Steve. Steve is basically the same character he always was, but with down forward 2 being nerfed, he's not bonkers anymore. He's not brain dead anymore. Down forward 2 was his, oh I don't know what to do, let's down forward 2. That was his down forward 2. Because it literally did everything and gave a counter launcher. His down forward 2 is still very good. Still is very good. But not busted anymore. But yeah, Steve very good. Very good counter launchers, very good poking, very good spacing. Decent punishment outside of his wall standing punishment. Unless he goes up against, you know, Marduk, you can't punish anything. But I think his biggest strength is his neutral, of course. He can just keep out every day, every hour, every waking hour of the day. Back 1's amazing, down 4-2 is amazing, 1-1 is amazing. He has good mix-up options, is a comeback opportunities. Is a comeback option basically with down back 3, the Hell Sweep he has. He has a lot of mind games. Literally everything, every plus frame thing he does can be a mind game, or every button he does which has a string, which he has a lot of, can be a mind game. What else? I don't know, man. Steve is just good. QCF1, rocket launcher, while running 2 being as good. The ducking he mixes sometimes can be very annoying. Yeah, nah, Steve is very good. Now let's go to Heihachi. Like, Heihachi is very good, but I would still rather play the other characters in the top row of good. If I was good at them, of course. I'm not good at every single one character. Of course I'm not. Even Nii is not as good as some other characters, right? But Heihachi is very, very good. The only thing he gets nerfed about in tournaments is his electrics. Everything else, way better. Everything else of his is way, way better in tournaments. His forward forward 2 gets way better. It's way harder to fuzzy it and get up when you see it. Same with hell sweeps and forward 4. Down forward 1 is amazing as always, doesn't matter where you play him. Jab is amazing as always, doesn't matter where you play him. His wall staying 2 is very good. I mean, you don't really need anything else. Forward 2 is amazing, forward 3 is amazing. Like, you can't sidestep block forward 2 as easily, for example. But he is good. He has bad matchups, that's why he's not even super high up. But he is good. He's actually decent in tournaments. As long as you are used to electricking on PS4 timing, and, you know, punishing with it and stuff like that, he's not bad. He has very, very good tools. Okay. Like, early on, when he didn't have the hell sweep being +8, I would put him pretty low. Like, I would put him, like, here. Good, not good in tournaments, maybe even viable in tournaments instead of good. But the one hell sweep being +8 right now really makes a ton of difference. A ton of difference. Joka win tournament with Heihachi? Nah, of course. Of course Joka won't be able to win the tournament playing purely Heihachi, most likely, right? Because he's not easy to play. Just play Fang, why play Heihachi? He's making the right choice, right? Why play this character when this guy exists? But yeah, he's still very good. Okay, now for this right here. Let's just first put this row in order. I think out of everyone here, I'd rather be a Shaheen player than Nazca player still, of course, or a Xiaoyu player. I'd rather still be this player, Kick player, or Kazumi player. Like these characters do get buffed a lot by PS4, but they still play risky most of the time. Yoshi should be higher than these two as well. Josie should also be higher than these two. I don't know, I think I have a bias against these two, man. I don't know. Anna should be great. Anna, I was considering putting a little bit higher, not too great, but the thing is, she always takes risks. Even though she's way stronger on PS4, way, way stronger. Still, she's taking a lot of risks whatever she does something. But Anna is good. Like, that's why this tier is good in tournaments. Doesn't matter where it is, they're good in tournaments. Maybe a little bit less than the others, but they're still good. Is the difference between PC and PS4 that high? It's pretty high, yeah. It's not that high, but it's pretty high. 1 frame and a half. I think it's either 1 frame and a half or 1 frame and something. Like 1 frame and something. Difference. And that's big. That's a big difference. Like 20 frame moves become much more reactable on PC, for example. Much more reactable. So yeah.
Ah, you're back.
Okay. How old am I? I'm 25. Okay. Is the PS4 that slow? Yeah, PS4 is slower. You need to get used to it as well. Like, Mishima players have to get used to PS4 timings. Okay, first, let's see. I think Leroy should be after Heihachi. I look 19 to 20. Yeah, everyone tells me that. Whenever I shave my beard, people think I'm underage. Yeah, Leroy definitely should be there. Jack, hello, bro. Hello, hello. Steve too. I was thinking about making Steve higher, but since he depends upon spacing and good timing so much, he can be a little bit more inconsistent in tournaments. A little bit. But a very good Steve player can also do very, very well. Like, I was thinking about doing this. Maybe this. I'm still not quite sure. I'll look at the whole tier list in the end too, maybe change some stuff. Leroy can be considered higher than Heihachi as well, I can see that. But for now, I think I'll leave him there. For now. But I can also see like this being here or even above Steve. Not above Nina or Raven, I really doubt it, or Miguel. But here or here, maybe. For now, I'll leave him here, but maybe I'll change it a bit later. Devagin lowest. Oh, this is not order. I'm trying to order them now. Yeah, Leroy has a lot of options, but Leroy is hard to play too. Leroy has always been hard to play, by the way. Even before the latest nerfs that made him a little bit weaker. Not that much weaker, but, you know, weaker. He's always been not that easy to play. That's why no one played him. And everyone thought he was weak. I mean, I'm trolling right now, more or less, but you guys remember when King J was like, oh damn, Leroy, man, such a hard character. He's not that good at all. I'm like half trolling right now, but you have to get his point of view as well. He's not that easy to play. It's way easier to play Nina, for example, or Raven, or Anna, or you know what I'm talking about. But I'll most likely change his placement. Most likely I'll put him above Steve. Actually, let's put him there and change it later. There we go. Because a good Leroy play is scary. Like, imagine Chikurin on Leroy, right? Scary. But he does lack some stuff that other characters do have. Okay. Anna or Lily. I think Lily is actually more viable than Anna. We don't never see Lily, right? We actually never see. I've never seen Lily. Almost never. Only time I see Lily is when I watch ATL and Shine plays. That's the only time I see Lily. But she's not that bad on PS4 tournaments, I feel like. Not that bad, but no one plays her. It's with Kalak. Kalak stopped playing for a long time too. I've never seen Kalak these days. I don't know. No one plays the character. Yeah, matchup fishing character. Some matchups are really bad. That's true. I'm a little bit biased as well, I'm gonna be honest, right? As a Mishima player with Kazuya and other Mishimas, Lily is like the worst matchups. So I'll most likely be a little bit biased. But for now, Lily should stay there. I mean, Lily's not a bad character. She has the options. When I just look at the character normally, she has a forward 3, which is an amazing tracking move with -3, and you can't backdash it even though people are saying it's very short. It's not. He has a decent down forward 1. Down 3 or is down back 3? The low, it's decent. Down 1, 2 has that. Forward 4, she has that. She has very good tools. I don't know, man. Lily's not that bad. I mean, I can also see why Anna can be better in tournaments. CD3 +4, yeah. That. She has a sidestep 1+2, which is also very good. She has full crouch down forward 1 or full crouch down forward 2. I don't remember that bit, which is also very, very good. He has a back turned 1+2. It can be decent, it's only -10. Sometimes works really well. For like back turned mixes. What else? Yeah, her punishment is very good. 4-2-3, just like Snail said. Amazing punishment. With punish or normal block punish, 4-2-3 will work. 4-4, amazing check tool. Her panic moves are amazing. Her sidestep is amazing. Her movement is amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Whenever I just see Lily and look at her moves, it's so good. lose to Lily because they don't lap her. I mean, that as well, of course. Usually don't have trouble against Lily players, usually. Because they're predictable with her, right? They play her in a certain way. But if you don't play like that, you actually play really well and use her tools correctly, it's very hard. Because she has so many good tools. 4-3 just being there. I don't know, man. 4-3 is so good. Yeah, for now it's fine. Yeah, down 4-3 for example, very good mid. People should be reacting to. Yeah, 4-4-4 much harder to react on PS4 as well. It's like 21 frames, right? It's not even that reactable. People are saying like, oh, just react to it, but it's not that reactable. On PC, yeah, sure. More or less you can react to it. Good connection, of course, not 4-bar like mine. Even on 4-bar like mine, I can sometimes react to it. But still, it's not that reactable. Although it is. PS4 offline, I was still reacting to it. Yeah, as I said, even on my 4-bar connection, I can still react to it sometimes too, but it doesn't change the fact that it is harder. It's like 21 frames, if I remember correctly. Anna is fine. Shaheen, I think Shaheen's a little bit underrated. Of course, he's not the best in tournaments, but you should be scared of a very good Shaheen player. Like, I like Shaheen a lot. Since we're assuming the player is good and has knowledge of the characters they're playing against, Shaheen will be pretty decent in tournaments. Because his options are good, although he is hard to play. And you have to place the timing of your options very well. Which is why he's not higher, of course. I think on PC he will be a little bit higher. As I said, PC tech, and you can control your timing and your opponent's timing much easier. That's why I also think Steve will be higher on PC, but yeah, doesn't matter right now. We're talking about PS4 right now. I just said right now like 5 times. Yeah, Shaheen's decent, has very good options, down forward 1, decent step and backdash, not the best but decent, good poking, good punishment, decent mix-ups with slide. Down 3 is an amazing mind game tool. Unless you play against certain characters that can launch down 3, I think it can be really, really good. Has a magic 4, although his magic 4 is worse than most others because he has to commit to 4-1. It has a mind game, but the mind game being there not that good. You play Kuni, you're carried. I like that take, Shank. But yeah, basically Kunimitsu is very, very good. I didn't even need to talk about Kunimitsu. It's self-explanatory. Okay, Shaheen's decent. King is fine. I might put King above Shaheen actually. I think that would make more sense. King can really cheese you. People don't think King is a cheesy character, but King is a very cheesy character. Imagine you get crouch grabbed and you guess wrong. If you keep guessing wrong, you die. That's it, you're dead. You have to either mash 1 or 2 and then pray to God that you guessed right. Or, which is the biggest cheese he has in my opinion, is even if you guess right, sometimes you still get hit. Imagine you're breaking Rolling Death Cradle, right? RDC. You're mashing 2, hella mashing it. And he still does it. It still comes out. You did the right break, you were mashing 2, but it still comes out. That's the cheesiest thing he has, I don't know why that's a thing. PS4 offline is great. Yeah, down back 3 becomes less reactable. A lot of stuff. Forward 1 is insane. Of course, having that kind of move is very good. It's like an unbeatable move, right? Yeah. Don't rely on mashing 2. Yeah, if you mash 1+2 on the second grab, you can of course avoid it. But maybe he does the arm break, for example. I think that's the 1 grab, right? Or he does something else, a 2 break, which is also very good. So you can't always mash 1+2. It's still a mix-up. But after the 1+2, you're mashing 2, it might still come out. It's always a mix-up. Oh, and he has shove. I almost forgot. Shove. My goodness. What a broken-ass move. I really love shove. It's so good. I think that's his best move. The shove. Shove and down forward 2. Yeah, and down forward 2. I agree. Down forward 2 is amazing. Very, very, very good move. What else? Shaheen, I think Shaheen's spot is fine. Shaheen and Kazumi is like, in my tier list, Shaheen and Kazumi are always right next to each other. They're so similar in a way. I think Kazumi's low pokes are much better than Shaheen's, but they're pretty similar. More or less. Kazumi has better movement, and Shaheen has like better mix-ups with slide, but more or less the same. I'm still wondering if I should put Yoshi above them though. Bear hopping? Yeah, of course, bear hopping. Shaheen does have bear hopping. I think his punishment is also better with 4-2-3 and 2-3 instead of just 1-1-2 and down 4-1-2. Yeah, safe keep out as well. I'm thinking about Yoshi. Yoshi, I think, is a decent character. He's not bad. Especially in the hands of a good Yoshi player. And we are assuming the Yoshi player is good. But the thing is, if we assume that our enemy, like our opponent, knows the Yoshi matchup, it's gonna be way harder for us, right? And it's gonna be way easier with Shaheen and Kazumi, because even if they know the Shaheen and Kazumi matchup, they have so much pure against shit without much cheese that it's hard for matchup knowledge against these two characters to help you that much. But Yoshi is fine. I don't think he's bad. That's why he's in the good tier. He's not in viable tier. I think it's fine. He's fine right now. I'm musician. Kane also plays. Kane the Trench. Kane is doing really well with Yoshi. I'm not sure about Yoshi. I can also see putting him higher than Shaheen and Kazumi because of how much cheese he has, and it's like mix-up kind of cheese. It's not like something you can just knowledge check, right? It's not just a knowledge check. They're actual mix-ups. Like he has decent whiff punish with the back 2-2. His 1-1 is a decent pen frame punisher as well. His flash is always amazing to have to get out the pressure. His low pokes leaves more to be desired, but it's not that bad. For now it's fine. As I said, later on maybe I'll change something. When I'm done with everyone, maybe I'll change something later. Which tournament player made me put Lei that high? I don't really look at tournament players for these. I just, look at the character strength overall. Because if I just look at tournament players, I might put, I don't know, Lei in bottom 5. Because no one plays, not Lei, Lee. Lee in bottom 5. Because no one plays Lee. Or plays Kazuya and Deviljin in bottom 5. Because also on Gigas bottom 5. Gigas, makes more sense, but yeah. Yeah, fighting Kazuya, exactly. No one really played Deviljin before his nerfs with up forward 4 and back to 1, but no one put him in bottom 5, right? Even though no one played him. He was still risky. I don't know why they nerfed him that much, to be honest. Because still not a lot of people played him. Right now, he's really not worth it. But yeah, wait, let's continue. So Josie is in a fine placement here. Asuka is also alright. Her lows are not that good, but on PS4 they really get buffed, much harder to see. Shay with Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu is so much better on PS4. So much better. The buffs she gets from the PS4 is amazing, but wait. I think I should put other characters a little bit higher because I missed some of them. Link up above Lily. I think Link should be higher as well. Definitely higher than these two. Like they weren't ordered. Like I wasn't even looking at them when I was ordering them. I think above these two as well. Definitely. King. Above King though? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Link should be above King. Of course, we're assuming the Link player is very good. We're also assuming our opponent is very good. So outside of me just thinking, oh, the Link will just matchup knowledge check it and win every match, unless I'm thinking that, I shouldn't be putting him above King, I feel like. Bro Jack, thanks for follow. Because King has more pure mix-ups than Xiaoyu has. It's Angelo, thank for follow. Thank for follow. Of course, the Link's most annoying low is the AOP 3443 scissor kicks, which sometimes I react to on a very good connection on 5 bar, but that's a PC thing. On PS4 I won't be able to react to it. I'll all the time get hit by down 1+2 as a mix-up, even though it's not a real mix-up in my opinion. But PS4 it becomes very strong. Down back 2 up, always good. I mean, she is very good. Above King? Maybe. I'm actually not quite sure. I can see like both opinions being correct. I don't know how it is. Like Link can be better than King in tournaments. I can also see that. Okay, for now let's make her stay here. Maybe I'll change it up in the end. What does Jin lack not to be in the second row? Jin is hard to play. Whenever you play him, you'll understand. He's a little bit stiff. Instead of him being great, he is like very high good. Whenever you play him, you have to rely on outplaying your opponent a lot. And he's more or less risky if they know your matchup and sidestep a lot and sidestep duck a lot and stuff like that. But he's still very good. I'm not downplaying him. Where was I? Josie is fine here, but I think some other ones here. Let's look at the other ones I haven't looked at before. Like Lee, I think deserves to be very high. Like very, very high. Maybe somewhere here. Maybe even above Heihachi. Above Leroy? Maybe even above Leroy. Or Steve. He is hard to play, but Lee is very, very good. Too hard to play? Yeah, Lee is hard to play in tournament. I can't ignore that. Same with Heihachi, right? That's why he's not higher, for example, and Steve. But I think Steve is easier to play in tournaments than Lee is. I think this is fine. Lee above Heihachi and these characters, I think that's fine. That's okay. Because Lee is good. Lee is good. We can't downplay Lee. Lee is actually really good. Okay, what else? So Josie, Asuka, Ganryu, Negan. I think Negan's also good. But I think I would put Negan only higher than maybe Yoshimitsu. But not higher than these two. Or these. Armor King I would put pretty high as well. I think Armor King is a little bit underrated. He is very strong. Like Armor King and King are pretty close to each other. But King's the down forward 2 and shove really make him a little bit better than Armor King. Maybe here. Like this, maybe. Armor King is good, don't get me wrong. But he's still hard to play, especially in tournaments. And he's risky to do all his stuff with, like wave back 4, wave forward 4 neutral 2. His down forward 2 is amazing, of course, has very good options for a lot of stuff with mind games, crouch dash throws, a lot of throws, decent low pokes with down 4, forward 4 neutral 2, down 3. Forward 4 neutral 2 is like more or less busted unless they can launch it. Which, you know, for example, Jin can launch it. Or they have a very good 30 frame Punisher. I think it's fine for now. For now. Gani, I think Gani is underrated. I'm gonna be very honest. I think Gani is very, very underrated. Poor tracking me. I mean, he has the down forward 2. Down forward 2 already makes up for the poor tracking. And down forward 1 tracks really well too. I think Ganru is very underrated actually. So Gani. What should we do about Gani? He can be hard to play. If you don't know the matchup, it's even harder to play. For example, if you don't sidestep left down forward 2-1-2, the matchup becomes actually way much harder. And sometimes even I don't sidestep left. It's not in my muscle memory still sometimes, but you gotta do it. Instead of ducking it, you gotta sidestep it. But he's still good. I think not above Yoshi, but I would put him above Josie. Maybe not above Josie. I don't know why people rate Josie so badly. But I guess if you consider opponent knows the matchup, I think Ganryu can still be better. Because Ganryu actually is pure mix-ups. Yeah, good luck using your knowledge to get away from down forward 3 and down forward 2. Good luck doing that. I think this is fine for now. Dragunov. I think Dragunov's also good. The thing is, all characters here are good. They are good. That's why they're in this list, good in tournaments. But he's a little bit worse to play because of a lot of random stuff can happen to Dragunov because of his shitty hitboxes. And he can just lose for no reason whatsoever, apart from his character's hitboxes being shit. Not to mention some of the matchups he can go through can be very cancer. Like Zafina being one of them. This matchup is absolutely horrendous, one of the worst you can go up against. I mean, even if Fang's down back 3, I think can make some things with. Yeah, I would not be surprised, Snail. I would not be surprised. I still think Dragunov is much better than maybe these characters. Not Negan, definitely not Negan. I think Negan's very good. But being there is okay. Lydia's placement. Oh, Lydia's still not ordered, but Lydia got really nerfed. Really nerfed. But I still rather be a very good Dragunov player than Yoshi or Ganryu or these two. Okay, let's go with Eddie. I think Eddie's fine for now. For now. Just don't duck down 2. If you don't duck down 2, you're gonna get down 2 to death. Get mind gamed with back forward to down 2 and stuff like that. And back 1 plus 2 plus frames. Forward forward 3 if you're not ducking. He can make you duck basically. Yeah, risk reward's not his favor, definitely. I do agree. That's why he's lower than normal. You know, that's lower than average already. Eddie's placement is fine, I think. I'm not sure about Eliza being higher than Eddie though. I think she should be. She definitely should be. I think Eliza should be higher than these two as well. There we go. I don't know why, I really dislike Josie and Asuka in tournaments. I maybe because my head is still thinking, oh dude, all the lows they have, so little risk reward, not in their favor. I mean, it's the same with Eliza, but feel like Asuka may be higher. I actually feel like Asuka may be higher. Because down back 3 won't be able to react to that shit ever since the buff, even less so. Very good panic tools, you won't be able to whiff Punisher or anything. I'm a little bit iffy about Asuka. Maybe I should put her higher than Dragunov, maybe. Not higher than Negan, but maybe higher than Dragunov. I think that will make a little bit more sense. This should make a little bit more sense. As I said, I'll see the tier list fully later on as well. Yoshi, Gani, Eliza is fine here. Josie's fine here. Eddie, for now it's fine. Oh, Kazuya and Lars. Okay, these two. Okay, I think Kazuya should be higher. A lot higher, I think. Not that much, but... maybe somewhere near Armor King. I think Armor King and Kazuya have very similar strengths in tournaments. Like, somewhere here would make sense. I think Armor King still can be played a little bit better in tournaments. But still. Safer than Marduk. Who cares about Oki, man, when your neutral is shitty. Marduk's there because, you know. I mean, I understand the sarcasm, but still. Gotta say it. I think Kazuya there is fine, I think. Even if we're assuming the Kazuya player is used to the PS4 connection, like for example, Sergey Master, right? He's very used to PS4, he's a PS4 player. And he plays Kazuya very, very well. But the thing is, even he changes a lot to Zafina whenever he plays. Because sometimes the playstyle the opponent has just doesn't work as a Kazuya player, or the character they have, it just doesn't work. There are certain things that you can do against this character, I mean Kazuya, that makes his life a living hell. And most people do this without realizing it. But people who do it intentionally, goddamn, they're scary. Okay, and the Lars. Oh, Lars a weird one. Maybe here. Maybe. Have I played Zaku? Oh, a long time ago. I think I played him like 2 years ago. Something like that in a tournament. In ICFC. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I think Lars being here is fine. Lars ain't that bad and he does get buffed by the PS4, but he still takes a lot of risks. He takes a lot of whiff punishment and punishment in general. You have to punish with him. I think Lars is a purely punishment-based character, unlike how most people play him. Most people play Lars with a stance pressure, even though the stance pressure is really not that good. If it was good, I would understand, but it's not that good. Lars is like a pure mind game, movement-based punishment character, with his it's not a good backdash, but it's like slightly above average backdash. That explains Steve. Steve, you know, Steve has his normal stuff with back one, poking 1-1. Decent mix-up with down back 3 if you want to come back. Good mind games with, you know, down 4-1. This peekaboo down 1. In general, decent poking with down 2 as well. And down 1 sometimes. He can get low parried, but still it's decent. But the reason he's not higher is because timing control is so much harder on PS4, and his tracking ain't as good now, even though it's still really good. Because down 4-2 got nerfed. And you know, Steve's strengths in general, his poking is amazing. Mix-ups are amazing, mind games are amazing. Counter hits are amazing, of course it's Steve. Yeah, good character. And Fang, we all know Fang. You all know Fang. He has everything you need. Literally everything. Doesn't matter the situation. High crush, you got it. Down back 3. Down 2. High reward, high risk option. Or medium reward, low risk option. Both work. So yeah, Fang, very good. Fang being everyone's pocket, yeah. Like, since everyone can play Fang, Steve is like a little bit iffy. That's also one of them. Okay, for now this is fine. For now. Okay, out of everyone here, I think Devilgen should definitely be high. 100%. I might put him up here somewhere. A little bit later. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about Devilgen, man. He really... You need to wall standing too with this guy for a decent mid mix up. I think bears are fine here. I think bears are a little bit underrated. They're not that bad. DJ above Eddie? I'm not sure about that, man. I'm actually not sure. I've never seen a Devilgen for years now. I don't know about that. Like, if the opponent knows how to play against Devilgen, it's such a hard time in the tournament. The Mishimas are hard to play in tournament because of various reasons. One is tournament nerves, second one is PS4 input delay, third one is adjusting to the timing because electrics actually take timing. You can't just mash a button, right? Every other character can mash buttons and it still works, but electrics take some sort of timing, so you have to get used to that. In tournament, the nerves affect the Mishima player way more than everyone else, because if you mess up on electric in a crucial time, you just lost the game because you didn't get your launcher. Of course, Devilgen can as well, but it's iffy. Devilgen's damage is way worse than everyone else. His health sweep is good, but he can't mix it up with any decent mid outside of the wall. The 4-4-2 at the wall is decent, but it's risky in some situations outside of wake-up situations. Up forward 4 is useless now, more or less. Yeah, wall combo is bad. Back to 1 doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't do much damage. OK is decent, but it's iffy. Back 4 sucks. Back 4 sometimes doesn't hit grounded, so it actually sucks. Down 3 and down back 2 are decent. It's not that bad, but down back 2 is too slow sometimes. Down 3 doesn't give enough. His punishment is good with back 1. Down forward 1-2 also good, mid and back forward 2-1. But even back forward 2-1 is minus 10 with a mind game. If it was safe, maybe I would be like, yeah, sure, maybe it's decent, right, as a mid poke. But even that's a mind game. Wall staying 1-3 is a mix-up. I usually use wall staying 1-2 as a mix-up, but even that takes execution just like wall staying 2 does. Because, you know, wall staying 1-4, the high kick, they can just duck and launch it. If they decide to just duck it, they can just duck and launch it. So it's a little bit harsh. So yeah, I don't know, man, about Devilgen. Forward 1+2 got nerfed as well. It's still hit confirmable, but both situations are launch punishable now, the cancel and the non-cancel. I'm really not sure about this character, man. He doesn't have plus frames outside of up forward 3, which is very slow and not enough plus frames. Plus 3 for up forward 3 is really not enough. That's a slow ass move, which has low crushing, sure, but it can be very easily just floated. Or stepped. Not worth it. And for only plus 3. Like if up forward 3 into back forward 2 was a frame trap, maybe, right? But it's not. The Bears are fine. The biggest problem Bears have is those matchups where they are given like million damage. They're not given, but the opponent is given million damage for no reason. Those kind of matchups. Just because they're playing Bears. Since we're assuming the opponent knows the matchup, they will know that kind of stuff, right? Or they can't sidestep, their backdash is iffy. You know what I'm talking about. It's Bear stuff, basically. Like, their design as a character is their biggest weakness. Their moves aren't that bad, but the movement and stuff like that... No. Yeah. I think Chloe is actually better than Lydia. Fakumram. Fakumram should be here. Dude, Fakumram, man, what did they do this character? Or maybe Lydia should be higher than Chloe. I'm not sure. Like, these two are like this. Oh, what the fuck? I'm not sure. Chloe or Lydia? Chloe higher than Lydia? Maybe. They did butcher Lydia, not that much, but... Yeah, Chloe should be higher. Definitely should be higher. One of the devs hates Fakumram. Yeah, true. I don't know what they did to the character, man. Man doesn't have mids or lows. The fuck are you supposed to do? Everything's punishable. What are you supposed to do? Just bring back Bruce. Yeah, Gigas is fine. Maybe you could even argue like Gigas better than Lydia, but it's fine right now. Yeah, for now they're okay. For now they're okay. Yeah. Now let's look at the tier list as a whole. Maybe change some stuff around. I remember I kept saying that I was gonna change some stuff around, most likely. So let's see. Akuma, of course, Akuma tier. We're not saying anything about this. We all agree this guy's bullshit. Anyone having a 10 frame launcher is bullshit, and not only from standing, right? While standing as well. Bullshit. Fang is very good. Safina, that's fine. Geese, Marduk, Kunimitsu, yep. Everything's okay here. Julia is fine. Lei is okay. Lei is so scary. Katarina is also okay. Leo is okay here. Claudio. Maybe I would put Claudio even below Hwoarang. The only thing I'm a little bit iffy about is Law, I'm gonna be honest. Because the Law's inconsistency of play, I might have to put him down. I'm saying put him down like I'm about to kill him. But Claudio is so much easier with more pure mix-ups than Hwoarang, but I think he still deserves it. But Law is so good though. He is a little bit inconsistent because of DSS cancels and high execution stuff, of course, but he's so good. Maybe I should put Jin there instead of Law. Now that I think about it, maybe Jin's simplicity to play. Like, he is simple, but Jin, like, Law is complicated to play, but not hard to play. But Jin is hard to play, but simple to play. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, Law is really good. I think Jin is also fine where he is. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I think Law is fine. Law should be there. Law definitely deserves a spot there. Very, very good character. Lisa, I think Lisa definitely should be here, and Bob as well, higher than Jin. This is fine. Jin's difficulty is often underrated. A little bit, yeah. Even gym players refuse to play this character. This is fine. Maybe Brian above Jack, that can make sense as well. Brian is that good. He is very good. But Jack, I think, is way more consistent in tournaments than Brian is. For now it's fine. Miguel is good there. Raven and Nina are also good there with Leroy. Simplicity to play. A lot of complicated but simple is like Nina and Raven. Like, Leroy is one of them that's not complicated and is also simple. But it's not that simple, you know. It's simple, but not that simple. People kind of underestimate the Leroy's difficulty. Everyone thinks it's batshit easy, but it's not that simple. Steve, yeah, Steve is fine. Lee's fine here. Heihachi's also fine. Oh, this is where I'm a little bit iffy about, because I was talking about Ling, right? Ling being as weird as she is on PS4 really buffs her, I'm gonna be honest. Let's put her above King, and it's gonna be easier for the eyes as well. I don't know, it's more satisfying for him because King and Armor King are right next to each other. Oh, what makes Leroy not that easy to play? Because everything you do, it doesn't have that much reward. Unless you down 3-2, for example, which is the worst 4 rank down 3-4. Your down back 4 is minus, your down 2 is minus. A lot of your lows are very risky to do. The mids you can throw out, like, you don't really have a keep out mid per se. Back 1+2 everyone complains about, but it has minus 50 on whiff or something like that. You can very easily punish it. But he's still good. But everything you do has a lot of risk to it. And if they know the matchup, of course they'll just sidestep punish you, block punish you, whiff punish you, yeah. Arm King is cooler than King, I agree. But in tournaments, I think King is more consistent. Because it's very simple and easy down 4-2, very simple and easy shove. Maybe like this. This. The King's Oki is overpowered, his chain grabs are much better than Armor King's. I don't know, man. His mix-ups are very good too. Higher than Anna? Okay, it's fine for now. Heihachi and Anna. I think both are not that easy to play per se. Like, Anna's simple, and Heihachi is also very simple in my opinion. But Anna's a bit more... I don't know how to call it. Like, she takes so much risks from doing everything she does. And the like random mashing affects Anna more than the Heihachi as well. Because her mind games are so iffy every time she does something. Like, everyone, you can't just hop kick after triple hop kick. Like, triple hop kick on block, you block Anna's triple hop kick. You just randomly hop kick it for no reason. You just feel like it. You know, I don't want to be pressured. You just hop kick and it'll work. And something like that can be a thing because Anna takes risks with those kind of stuff. Heihachi, way less so. Way more controllable neutral. Every time you do something as Heihachi, you control what you're doing, more or less. And because of that control, electric keep out, the 1-1, down forward 1, better tools, better poking, I think Heihachi can be a little bit better. Can be, anyway, but they're both good. Ling, though. Nah, Ling is fine there. Ling is fine. Most bullshit thing Anna has is when she's in rage. And just does down forward 4 or rage drive mix up. That's the most bullshit thing she has. Okay. You got the hell sweep to start the controllable neutral? Yes, a hell sweep is very, very important. Just like for Kazuya, a hell sweep is important. But for Heihachi, it has a little bit different purpose. You're basically making your opponent duck with a hell sweep. And you're still being very plus. It's very, very important. One hell sweep with +8, controlling people with 4-2-3 or 4-3 or back 4, very, very important. After it. Okay. I think Link is fine here. Gaz is okay there. I guess. Negan's also okay. Asuka, Lars, Dragunov. I don't know, for now it seems okay. The only thing I'm a little bit iffy about is Deviljin's placement. But I can't think of a reason to put him in good in tournaments. I can't say for the life of me that Deviljin is good in tournaments. I just can't. I can't do it. I can say it for Kazuya. Okay, Kazuya can be good in tournaments. I can say it. If the Kazuya player is very good and uses them very correctly, it can be a thing. Deviljin, I'm not sure. He's viable. You can make him work, but good. Deviljin is too clean. He relies on very risky mix-ups too much. Way too much. He can just get hit out of everything. Yet he needs his wave dash pressure. He needs a lot of control in the neutral. It's harder on PS4. And it's harder in general for Deviljin too. As a character. He's not easy to play at all. Like, he doesn't have pressure, like actual pressure. Outside of maybe electricing, but that's a high. You don't really need to electric pressure most of the time. His tracking moves are a little bit lacking as well. Back forward 2 is good, but as I already said, back forward 2-1 has a mind game with -10 punishment. Or launch punishable, which isn't as good. Just back forward 2 is decent, but if you only do just back forward 2s, it wears you down. Like, trust me. Because a mid that gives you that little reward, it really wears you down when you keep using it. If the opponent just keeps sidestepping. Especially if they sidestep duck. Yeah, I think it's fine for now. This is okay. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should change something? When I look at it, it looks okay. The iffy things I have is maybe Deviljin and maybe Law. Everything else seems fine. More or less. Jin should be higher. Jin's better than Law. I was thinking about this as well. Like, I was really thinking about that. But a good Law player is so damn scary. The thing is, we don't see a lot of good Law players most of the time. We just don't. But whenever I see, for example, Nameless King play Law in ATL, he always does it really well. Like, really well. He hasn't won it, of course. I don't think he has. Maybe he has won some of them. Pretty sure he might have. Because he's a very good player, but I don't see Jin anywhere. Not only do I not see him, I also understand why he can be very harder to play, much harder to play than Law. The only thing I can see is that his parry may be like broken, right? His parry is broken more or less. But you gotta use the parry well. Down back 4, for example, not down back 4. I was just about to say that the Book and the CBM both abandoned the Jin as well. They still play the character, of course, outside the tournaments, but CBM plays Noctis and Book plays Akuma. Like, CBM actually thinks Noctis is a better character, the tournament character, than Jin is. Like, if you make CBM make a list, he would put Noctis like above Jin like this, right? Something like this. This is what was gonna happen for CBM's list. Maybe even higher, right? Because he plays Noctis actively. instead of Jin. Because he knows, like, Jin is a more or less slow character. And he doesn't have much range either. Law's punishment, yeah, exactly. Law's punishment is much more reliable. 3-4 is amazing. 1-1-2 is amazing. 3+4 is amazing. With punishment is amazing. Pressure is amazing. Like, Jin does not have pressure. Like, the kind of pressure that Law has, he doesn't have the same kind of pressure. Electrics maybe, but he doesn't have much plus frames outside of that. Even down back 4 on hit, he takes a lot of risk just from checking counter hits with Magic 4. Because down forward 1 can just, you know, whiff for no reason. Because of a sidestep or a backdash sometimes. Magic 4 is risky if they just sidestep duck, you get launched. Even though Magic 4 is good, Jin's Magic 4 is good. Forward 3 is also risky, linear. Although it's fast, it can whiff pretty easily. And his fast lows, down 4 and down 3 are good as well, but I'm not sure. Forward 4 is amazing, but even right now, forward 4, whenever it gets blocked, like normal forward 4, is when the forward 4 block is at its best. When you Zen cancel, you're right in their face and you have to take a mix up or get pressured. Which Jin doesn't like getting pressured. We all know that. Even though he has a decent up forward 2 for Panic Tool and his parry, still Jin does not like getting pressured. And forward 4 without the Zen cancel, much harder to combo with the wall standing 4. Like, I would have put Jin way higher if the forward 4 was at its normal state. Like normal state. Not normal, but previous state. But yeah, I think Law has a lot more tools. Yeah, down forward 1 beats everything. You still have a mind game more or less because the opponent doesn't want to always down forward 1, but yeah. Jin players now use only down 2. Yes, in some situations it's actually almost impossible to while standing forward. Depends on how forward 4 hits. And back to 1 is amazing and his mids are in general good. But when he wants to go for lows or when he wants to make a comeback, for example, he takes a lot of risk. With Hell Sweep, with down back 4. Down 4 doesn't do enough. Down 3-3 is decent, but it's not that good on hit. Yeah, Hell Sweep is slow. Hell Sweep is 20 frames, and with a crouch dash it comes out in 22. I think it is 20, right? I don't remember if it's 20 or 21. Best standing punishment? Oh, I don't think so. 2-4 is good. Of course, 10 frame wall splat. But I would rather have Heihachi's 1-1-2, for example. Same thing. Or, I don't know, Kazuya back 1-2. Also very, very good. What else? Law's 3-4, also really good. It's not 10, it's 12, but still very good. Yeah, 2-4 has very short range. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Like, I would rather have a long range 12 frame Punisher that wall splats than a low range 10 frame Punisher that wall splats. Like something like Kazuya back 1-2 or Deluge back 1-2. Right? Or Lars 4-2-4. Negan's 1-2-4 is also a very good Punisher. It's decent. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think we reached the end. Right, let me save this. Save the PNG. I think it's fine. Since I did explain why Jin is at this place and not like at Law's place, I think Law has basic, more basic tools. Lydia bottom, yeah. Can't help that, man. Lydia was very good, just like Fakumran, but they really got nerfed. But yeah, YouTube, thank you for watching. Thank you. See you guys later.